Hi everybody, thanks for pressing play on the video today. It's Caroline here from craftycarolinecreates.blogspot.co.uk. What I have for you today is this box, which I'm going to call a book box because it kind of looks like a book, I think, especially sort of if you stood it up on your shelf, very much looks like a book. This one I'm going to open it up and show you that it holds inside some cards, as often my boxes do. So this one has these are full size UKA 6 USA 2 cards, and I've made these using a one sheet wonder and the flower patch stamp set from Stampin' Up. So this is basically where you take a single sheet of A4 and you just stamp it all over with your stamped image in a variety of colours, and then you take it and you cut it up and you make a selection of cards from it. I'll show you the cards in a bit more detail over on my blog. I've also made some other ones. This one uses So Saffron, Pizzazz and a bit of Pool Party. So I've made some other cards in the same technique using brighter colours. So this is Melon Mambo, Pacific Point and Basic Black. Again, using exactly the same one sheet wonder technique. I will show you these on a bit more detail on my blog. So I thought we'd make a box for these in exactly the same way, but in the bolder colours. So let's start with our scoreboard and 2 sheets of cardstock, which I have already trimmed. You need one piece measures 8.5 inches by 6 5/8 of an inch, and a second piece that measures 11 1/8 of an inch by 7 inches. I will put all of the dimensions over on my blog. So let's start with the larger piece. And we're going to score this with the longer side along the top of our scoreboard at 5 inches, and then at 6, just went off a bit at the end there, so that's at 5 inches, and then at 6 1/8 of an inch there. Okay, let's put that to one side. We'll bring in our smaller piece, and this one we are going to score at 1 inch on all 4 sides. So just score it at 1 inch, turn it 90 degrees, score it again. Oh, I'm just going to come around the other side of the tripod so I can get in better. There we go, it's better. So 1/8 of an inch, 1 inch on all 4 sides. Tripping over my measurements a little bit today. Okay, so we're just going to take that off, and I'm going to just quickly fold along all of those score lines. I would say fold and burnish, but I've forgotten to bring out my bone folder, so I'm just going to do it with my fingers. Because I have actually filmed this video once before, so I don't want to start again. So imagine you'll get a better result if you score and burnish. Okay. I've now got some mats that I have made up, and I made these using the scraps of my one sheet wonder, and I've just matted the pattern onto some basic black. If you go over to my blog, I'll put all the measurements for these little mats down. I've got one here that is sized to go on what is going to become the spine of our box, so I'm just going to stick that down now so that it's done. You can use snail for this, or Tombow, or whatever adhesive you want. You are just sticking that in place, okay? So that is just going to go by eye centrally in the middle of my spine. Tombow is good as it gives you that little bit of wiggle room, okay? So we'll just put that to one side, and we will decorate our box before we build it up. So we have 2 pieces that are going to go on the ends here, and then 1 piece that's going to go on the side there. Okay, so we'll just do that quickly. Those of you that know me and have watched a few of my videos will know that Flower Shop was the first non-wedding stamp set that I bought from Stampin' Up, and I still really like it. It's a really good stamp set, a lot of different flower motifs on there, so you can really use that for a lot of different purposes. Okay, let's pop that last one down there. Is that pretty square? Okay, now we can build up our box. So to do that, we are just going to flip it over, and the side that doesn't have our panels on, we are just going to snip up the corners like that, and just give them a quick notch out as we go. Just as you know, will give a much more neater professional finish as you fold it up. And the last one there. Okay. Then we're just going to fold our box up. I'm just going to use Tombow again as I have it out here. So a little bit of Tombow on the underside of each of those flaps. It's quite a new Tombow, so it is coming out thick and fast. So just we need to be careful not to put too much on. And then we're just going to fold those up and hold them in place just for a second to stick. Okay, and our last two on this side. Okay, and that is our box nicely made that is going to hold our cards. Just give that one a bit more of a squeeze for a moment. Okay, I'm going to bring back in what is our wrap, so on the opposite side to the one that has our flowers. And for this one I used just the beautiful satin ribbon. This is the stitch satin ribbon in basic black. Can you see how beautiful that is? Okay, and we just need to stick this across the middle of our folder. Just going to use a little bit of fuse. Now don't start too far from the edge because, sorry, don't start too close to the edge. I'm just going to do that roughly by eye across the middle of my box. Oh, not very straight. And I'm just going to use that to then stick down my ribbon. You need to pull quite a bit out so you've got enough to tie a bow at the other end. So we'll just pop that into place like that. Then I'm going to bring back in my box and we're just going to put lots of Tombow quite liberally along the bottom. Okay, and then we're also going to put it on the side that we didn't put our decorative mat on. Okay. And then we're going to stick this down, and we want to stick it so that the corner of the box goes into that second fold on our wrap. Okay. So that is going to go on there like that. Okay. Then going to take a piece of black cardstock. Again, I'll put the dimensions for this up on my board, and that is going to stick over there, sorry, up on my blog, and that's going to stick over there like that. Okay, and this is just, all that's going to do is hold this ribbon nicely in place. Okay, there we go. You can then pop your cards, your envelopes in and your cards on top of those. If you then fold it up, you can see how it looks. I'm just going to trim off that ribbon. Okay. And I'm going to bring in my decorative panel, which I've already pre-stamped. So I've just used the Flower Shop motif. This is the Flower Shop stamp if you haven't seen it, stamp set if you haven't seen it before, and I used just this image. I did originally do this this front panel as a one-sheet wonder as well, but it looked a bit too much when it was all covered in the flowers in my opinion, so I kind of then redid it and left this blank area here, which I think works really nicely. So the last thing to do is just to, again, a bit of Tombow on the back there. Okay. And we can stick that into position on the top of our box. Perfect. Tombow of course gives you that little bit of wiggle room, and then we are ready just to tie our ribbon in a nice bow to seal up our box. I'll just trim off the edges. 1, 2, and there we go, 2 really beautiful but incredibly simple little card gift boxes. Hope you liked the video, hope you give it a go. If you'd like to order any Stampin' Up products to recreate things like this on your own, please do get in touch and I would be delighted to order them for you. Thanks for watching, bye bye.